What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Run with me, Manny Wilson. Thank you for tuning in to The Run, however you're listening. Well, clearly, now it's only the podcast version. So I appreciate you guys for taking the extra effort to go to whatever app, turning on the notifications, things like that, man. I greatly appreciate it for rolling with me. And, first off, let's get into it, man. I just want to go ahead and start. But be sure to follow me on Twitter at I am Manny Wilson. I talk about sports on there a lot. I post my podcast on there as well to try and get that extra feed. So go ahead and follow me on there. But let's get rolling, man. So I want to talk about trade talks with Ben Simmons, LeBron. It's been a big rumor about that. That Philadelphia 76ers will go for LeBron in the offseason. Like, whoa, that's tough. I don't know about that. But anyway, I want to break down a few games, even with Philly and just like in general. So let's get into it, man. I don't want to keep talking about what I'm going to talk about. All right, anyway. So if I'm Philly, should I even try and trade Ben Simmons? Should I try and trade Ben Simmons? Is it the right move to do? And the answer to that question is absolutely yes. It's 100% yes. You should try and trade Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons is officially overrated. Officially overrated. And my reasoning for this is because, yes, the guy is great in transition. Yes, the dude can run a fast break and he can rebound and stuff like that. But with this 76ers team, I don't think he fits well into that offense. And that is just that simple. I don't think he fits perfect into that offense to help him. And it could be the coaching and the offensive game plan and things like that, because at times I have thought about the consistency in the offense with the Philadelphia 76ers, and I thought it was more on the offensive coaching and just the coaching emphasis on the offensive side. I thought it was on the coach for part of the offense of why it was so inconsistent and things like that, because it doesn't really utilize everybody's best potential or everybody's talent. And for Ben Simmons, if the way the Rockets have been playing right now, or not the Rockets, the way the 76ers have been playing right now, they really just go out there and hoop. And Ben Simmons doesn't really have a role when they go out there and just play basketball and throw up shots. He doesn't really have a role like that because he can't shoot the ball. If he's not getting you on a backdoor cut or fast break, he's not really going to bring much to your team. He'll give you some rebounds and stuff, but he's a point forward, and we see more of his forward side just in a set offense rather than a point guard side. And he's not really in attack mode. See the difference. Here we go. Let me break it down really quick. See the difference. This is a guy we compare to LeBron sometimes. I mean, people say, oh, this dude, he's the next LeBron. Oh, him and Giannis go hand in hand. Let me tell you where that statement is wrong. And if I've ever in my life had a conversation with you or ever talked to you and said, oh, well, Ben Simmons is the next LeBron, or Ben Simmons might be better than Giannis, please forgive me. Please forgive me if I've ever said it. I don't believe I have, but I mean, it's no telling. I don't believe I have, but if I've ever said that, please forgive me, because this is why. When LeBron was young, you look at like the third, fourth year in the league. When LeBron was young, it wasn't just all passive. He played great in transition. He could score the ball. He was always in attack mode. He took advantage of the mismatches that he had, and he also distributed the ball very, very well. The part Ben Simmons is missing with that LeBron comparison is being in attack mode, doing what he can. And I understand his team is a little bit better than what LeBron had in Cleveland, but also if you're that guy, you have to take advantage of the opportunities that you get. When you have opportunities to score the ball and go all the way to the cup, I don't need you passing the ball out. I need you to take advantage of that. I need to see you be able to take over a game, do something. I mean, at least give me a mid-range Ben Simmons. Give me something, man. But other than that, all I see from him right now is just IQ. I see built IQ, and I see a skill set that has to be improved. Because even in the paint, all his work comes from the paint. Even in the paint, I don't see him doing dirty work. Or in terms of moves and skill set wise, I don't see him doing like shimmies and stuff like that. The dream shake, I don't see him doing nothing like that. I see more post work from Joel Embiid, if anything. If I need a bucket, who am I gonna go to? Joel Embiid. If I need a post scorer, who am I gonna go to? Joel Embiid. If I need somebody to shoot the ball, I'd rather go with Joel Embiid over Ben Simmons. He wouldn't be my first option on the team because I have other shooters that I will go to and things like that. But Ben Simmons is not gonna be my option for a lot of those things in crunch time. The most I feel like I can depend on Ben Simmons in crunch time is a layup, or a rebound. Because he's not going to create his own shot. I have to go to Joel Embiid for that. Or I have to go to Jimmy Butler for that. He's not going to create his own shot. And that was the thing. At least LeBron could create his own shot when he was in Cleveland. Yeah, people say Bron don't really have moves, and I'm one of those people who said that Bron doesn't have as many moves as other great players that we've seen before him, but he was at least able to create a shot, and he still is able to create a shot and make a tough shot. He can make an open three at least. I mean, Ben Simmons ain't got none of that, man. He ain't got none of that. And then when we look at Giannis been in the league a little bit longer than Ben Simmons, but anyway, at least Giannis is shooting the ball now. We see Giannis shooting the ball way better than what he did when he first came in. We've seen that transition in his game. We've seen him put on pounds. We've seen him become more wise and develop a better IQ to distribute the ball. We've seen him play better defense. We've seen him actually start shooting the three ball with confidence. Not only shooting it with confidence, but making it. He's actually making the three ball now. And that's what that kind of stuff is crucial. It's a crucial element. And if anything, there may be an opposing side that says, well, if you get rid of Ben Simmons, you might just be throwing away a diamond in a rough. Some people might say that. But I look at it this way. If I'm the Philadelphia 76ers, or if I'm in that front office, I have a team that's ready to win now. My process that I've been talking about for so many years is just about complete. It's so close to being complete. Why not? Why not make that one change that can put me over top and complete my process? Because if I have a point guard, and Ben Simmons has good trade value as well, so it's not completely silly. It's not completely silly at all. If I have someone with good trade value, I can probably get a point guard who can spread the floor, shoot the ball. He can either play inside or he can either play outside. Maybe even create his own shot. It's a lot of combo guards out here who are very impactful. And even if it's not a guard, you can find someone who's a small forward or something who can at least give you a three ball in the corner. You gotta help with something, because that just helps spread the floor. And this is why I think it could be a benefit for the Philadelphia 76ers if they get rid of Ben Simmons, is because it helps spread the floor. Now, them trading Ben Simmons for LeBron is just utterly ridiculous. I don't think that's going to happen at all. But if it did somehow, I have to say I would be all for Philly winning the championship. That's all I can think of. I mean, it's that simple. If somehow LeBron ended up in Philly, it would be crazy. But he would definitely win a championship. I doubt the Lakers would do that. They would have to give up a lot of people. But I don't think it will happen, man. And they just got to do better, because they need somebody to spread the floor. Because if Joel Embiid or Jimmy Butler is doing work like in the paint and stuff like that, or if Joel Embiid is doing work in the paint, where's Ben Simmons going to be on the court? Where's he going to be on the floor? He can't really do anything to help your team in crunch time if you need threes or if you need or buckets. Because at most, he'll give you a bucket in transition. If you're playing a team that's constantly scoring, you're not going to get many buckets from Ben Simmons. All he can give you is a rebound or a transition bucket. But if they're scoring the ball, there's no transition buckets. And it's like, I think the best bet is to trade him, man, because overrated. Overrated is what I see. And I'm not just saying that because they did lose to Toronto. That was a great team that they just lost to. But I've seen so much inconsistency within Philly. And I think a lot of that has to do because everybody on the court is not being utilized. I think everybody on that court and everybody on that team is not being utilized properly. That's just how I see it going, man. They're not being utilized properly. But as far as the next series, they did get eliminated. The Philadelphia 76ers did get eliminated. So now the Toronto Raptors will be playing the Milwaukee Bucks. And as far as this series goes, have to say, I got the Bucks winning. I got the Bucks winning in in 6 games. I got the Bucks winning in 6 games. Only because I seen the Bucks play great defense. They're more consistent. And the Toronto Raptors, their role players they show up when they want to. Kawhi doesn't get help every single night. Giannis, he gets help on a nightly basis from somebody. Even if he's not doing it all, he gets help from somebody on a nightly basis. But I don't see that same in return with Kawhi. Sometimes Danny Green is broke. Sometimes Kyle Lowry can't give you a bucket into the second half. And I think this is going to be a great series, but I do have the Milwaukee Bucks pulling it off in 6 games.